Okay, well, we had some hard rain last night that kind of beat down the mint and the oregano, which I need to cut all that anyway. This is the chocolate mint in the front, and that's the oregano there. I had some storms that moved through. Anyway, I really need to get out here and cut herbs and get them dried and let them have time to recuperate from being cut, and have something for the winter. I love using mint in the wintertime as mint tea. Over here, sorry for the spin around. Over here I've got a rosemary bush, and every year it just gets bigger and bigger. And right there is lemon balm, and in amongst the weeds, barely, it looks like grass, but in amongst the weeds there's chives. And if you see this, that's a tomato. That I have a couple of tomato plants that grew up where I just threw a half-rotten tomato last year. Just gave it a toss. I thought the chickens would eat it, but instead it's sprouted, so I don't care. I just let it sprout. And right here, yeah, they think it's feeding time. It's a little while yet till feeding time. But these are, I think these are all hens, and they'll be ready to go out with the rest of the flock before long. These are some that we raised. No. Well, we raised them, but we didn't hatch them. Hey, babies. Oh, they knocked their water bottle over. I guess I need to fix that. I'll do that in just a minute. Babe. I think that these are all roosters here. They're hard to see. Hey, you guys. But I'll let them get a little bigger before I make a final decision on them, because the roosters will all be butchered. And these guys will probably jump out, so I guess I better not. They're really tame. These are the little chickens that we raised from eggs. And look at this. That one has a beard. That one has a beard. Several of them have beards because their daddy has a beard, and I guess he's Americana or something. This one is the color of the hen we thought laid green eggs. However, that hen got killed by a predator, and so no, and we're still getting green eggs. That one right there is probably a little rooster. I'm hoping several of these are hens. The ones that are white with black spots, we have a grown hen that's white with black spots and has a brood of babies right now. I'm pointing it the wrong way. Has a brood of babies right now that she's raising, that she hatched. But these are pretty cute, and they're pretty healthy. We had them in a cage that was on the ground, but it got so muddy, we decided to put them up here in old rabbit hutches. Hey, babies. Hey, babies. Anyway, I guess chickens are probably my favorite livestock, because they'll produce eggs, they'll produce more of themselves. They'll, yeah, that one's handsome right there. Might be a rooster, I don't know, but it's really a pretty bird, I think. Yeah, that one's just gorgeous, I think. These are all just mixed breeds. Hi, chickens. These are my rooster and my egg layers. I don't even know how old these birds are. I've had them 3 years, I know, and they're still laying eggs. And there he is. Look at that handsome fella. See that beard underneath his beak? Yeah. You can tell His offspring for sure. And he's awfully pretty. He's a good rooster too. He's very calm, and he takes care of his ladies. This is just a tub of duckweed. I'm going to start getting it out and putting it on a screen and letting it dry. I'll probably just lay it right up there on top of this other tank. Anyway, I'll put it on there, let it dry, and keep saving it as it reproduces itself. I occasionally throw some into the aquaponics. The only fish that are in here are minnows, and I know you won't be able to see them. This water's dark today because of all the rain. But the minnows still provide what nutrients these tomatoes need. Now, I planted pepper seeds too. Those tomatoes were planted from seed right into the gravel. I also planted pepper seeds, but I don't think any of the peppers came up. But anyway, the tomatoes are looking good, and last year I had a lot less trouble from tomato worms on these, on the ones in the aquaponics. Okay, and here's a little update. A little update on my aquaponics tomatoes. They're growing really well. The aquaponics just keeps running. The only time it doesn't run is occasionally the pump in the water will stop, and I don't even know why. I guess it's just getting wore out. But you can kind of tap on it and it'll just get started again and then run for a long time. Down here around the aquaponics, we have a real treasure because we have chanterelle mushrooms growing here. They have some out back too. I've already picked some of these, and there's more coming up, as you can see. And man, they are delicious. And here are the roosters. They're supposed to be all roosters, but I'm beginning to think one or two of them might be hens. However, this guy here always comes up. He's the same one that always comes up. Pretty friendly. None of them are unfriendly. Or wild or anything, because we've raised them since they were pretty small. Molly, that's enough. I need to refill their water again. Pecking my finger. Need to refill their water again. I just filled those up yesterday, and they really go really straight through them. See if I can get her to focus. There's my hen. It's got the babies. She hatched these babies. We've lost two, and that's it. She's doing a real good job of keeping up with them. She's the mother to some of those little chickens that were in the third rabbit box out there. These little guys are just cute as they can be. But I'm thinking pretty soon when we get some of the other ones, Molly, when we get some of the other ones out of the cages, Molly, that we're going to have to put some of these in to help them survive a little better. She does a good job, but, you know, oh my goodness. The pig is down there. She is squealing. She thinks it's feeding time. It's too early. These guys are up here. They think it's feeding time. Too early. Here's my baby goat. Aww. The goat out there that doesn't have horns. That one right there scratching her foot. That's the mother. of this little girl here. All my goats are white. And it really just worked out that way. We've got the buck, he's over there, which I'll have to untangle him again, of course. But he's over there. He gets plenty of hay and everything. This hay rack needs to be refilled. But anyway, I just thought you might want to see these babies out here. Because that mommy does such a good job. Look at all those babies. I think there's 10. I think I counted 10 babies left. So she really hatched out a lot to be. She's not a very big chicken. She's not as small as a bantam, but she's not as big as some of the heavy breeds. So she really did a good job hatching out that many babies. And here's Molly. She's wanting some attention. Yeah, there's my Molly. She keeps us aware of any varmints that are out here. And she did that. Settle down. Settle down. She did that twice today already. 3 times. When something was out here acting like it was going after the chickens, she was using her big mean dog bark to scare it off. But she's just as sweet as she can be, and we love her. She's a good girl. She's part Airedale. And you kind of, if she'll hold still, you kind of see the curly hair on her. And I don't know what else, but it doesn't matter. She's a good girl. Okay, here is what happens when tomato worms get on your tomatoes. They will eat the leaves, they'll eat the tomatoes, and I've got to find this guy wherever he's at. And they're hard to see because they look just like the back side of the leaves. There's some more damage right there. Come on, focus camera. You can see there's damage on every one of these. The other day we pulled off 4 or 5 of those things. And yet there's more damage now, so I know that there's one out here somewhere. Or 2 or 3. I've just got to find him so I can get rid of them. And the chickens don't like them, so I just have to throw them down and step on them. I need to get down there and trim off the bottom limbs on the tomatoes. Get some air under them. There's one nice big tomato there. There's one there, but it's got some damage on it. So yeah, it's a continuing effort to keep bugs off of them and keep tomato worms off of them, because those guys will just come ahead and do their damage. I do have, this is a, I always go the wrong way back. I do have a marigold, come on. I do have a marigold coming up. Right there. It was a volunteer. Last year they seeded. Let me see.